Well, good afternoon, meteorologist Rob Garino here. We'll get you set up on what's happening first up north. And, after living in Syracuse 4 years, this is some situation going on. Buffalo usually gets this every time in the beginning of the season because these lakes right here, Lake Erie, is still very warm, and you get a differential of about 25, 30, even up to 40 degrees, up to around 5,000 feet versus the lake temperature, and you get tremendous lift, almost like thunderstorms with snow moving over the lake in a straight line like a training. So this continue to move to the south towns, just south of Buffalo. And again, this area down here is expecting 20 to 30 inches, some places over 1 foot or more. People have been stranded 12, 15 hours. Still, where are the plows? But they have been stranded, and a lot of people are still stranded there, and you can check that out throughout the day. Actually, on the Weather Channel has been doing a pretty good job. But again, this is a continuing problem, and as the wind shift around in Syracuse, you'll get some snow, and Rochester as well. I'll be heading up to Syracuse this weekend, so I'm heading right into the beast myself. All right, now here is what it looks like on the National Weather Service radar. Actually, I want to go back to this real quick. What I want to tell you is this Zoom radar is coming to our weather site. We're going to get it permanently set up on the front page. That's what my programmer is working on right now. It should be any day now as we get some of this new stuff up. I'm just waiting for him, but this will be a permanent spot on the front page of the weather site, and it'll be something you can access all the time. It's got temperatures and a lot of cool stuff over here you can see on the left you can play with. I will be posting Zoom Radar on this blog as well, not just on this video. Now we'll move ahead again. Let's quick look at the radar, and you see those yellow specks. That's thunder and lightning inside those snow squalls. And I spend so much time on this because this is such a phenomena. This lake effect snow is amazing. It's like going into a curtain. You go south in this area, just north of Dunkirk, and it's sunny out. You go north up here, and it's sunny out. You need at least a stretch of about 40 miles to get this really to work, and that's why it doesn't work on every lake, and that's why it doesn't work in certain conditions year-round. You need the differential in temperatures at 5,000 feet versus the lake temperature, and you also need about 40 miles of open water. This will freeze up in a cold winter. Lake Ontario, too deep, does not, so Syracuse continues to usually get it all winter long. Buffalo, you get yours in the beginning of the season. All right, enough of that. Let's talk about snow back at home, and can't help but look at this area right here. This is the blocking. See this high? All of this stuff has gotten backed up since November 16th. And why do I say that? Let's take a look at this real quick. This is when the NAO decided to just tank, and that means it slowed the storms down, slowed the next set of storms down. Everything we've had this month is slowed down to a screeching halt, and here we are at minus 2.5, and we're starting to come out of it, but you'll see in a moment what's going on in here. But before we get to there, I want to show you the effects on the NAM and why this snow system may not hit us this weekend. I mean, here we are, initial. This is the new model run, and here's tomorrow. There's your storm. Spokane, Washington, 25, 26 inches of snow, most ever for November. So yeah, it's a La Nina season. We figured it was going to go up high and then shoot down, and until we get this NAO to come out of this, I mean, look right in here. Watch this storm and watch this storm. This is the one we had yesterday. Watch how they just keep coming up, and then they hit a roadblock. They turn around and they go backwards into New England. That is a tremendous block, as nothing can get past here. I talk about the traffic cop in Greenland. That's what's going on. So this low, if you look at it, comes out, looks good. I mean, typically it would sit through here because there's not tremendously cold air, but because of that block, look at it, it just shoots right down to the south right here. This is just sending so much cold air in, and such a anticyclonic flow, or cyclonic flow I should say, as in counterclockwise, that it just pushes everything to the south, and you can see that right there. That goes right through 84. And yeah, places like Virginia and maybe parts of Carolinas get some snow this weekend, and places that normally don't get snow. So they start off maybe more than the mid-Atlantic, and up here they get snow in the lake effects. You can see in Syracuse getting in on the act. Now we'll go to GFS and how does it stack up? And we're getting pretty close to the weekend here, so we start to look at these two models, and it's really the same thing. I mean, look at this low right here. Look at the one here. They just continue to come back in and push the low out. Now we'll go a little further out, and there's the next one, which again sets up, explodes with all that Gulf Stream water off here, comes back in near Maine. I mean, northern New England's just going to get hammered with this stuff over and over. And then we go further out, and it starts to unlock itself, and we'll show you on the NAO. So now you've got the dip in the cold air, but there's not that low sitting there to feed all the storms to the south. So what happens? Well, I think this is going to be interesting. Yes, we've prolonged around the 11th. We've talked around the 5th, 6th to the 11th time frame. Here comes a low. You got cold air. I don't like where this high is, but look where this low is coming down on this high right here. As you move it along, what will happen is that we move that ahead. Yeah, we can get breadcrumb type of storms, and the question is from here to here, is there enough moisture and this storm comes around that this is more than just a couple of inches and could be a little bigger? Yeah, it's 12th. Today's the 2nd. It's 10 days out. You know how it works on the GFS. And then there's another one. Again, these little storms feeding off this difference of cold and warm air coming in and around. So I don't think at this point we have big storms. We're going to take the breadcrumbs as we can in the first half of December. Remember, it's a La Nina season, and with a very strong NAO bouncing around, it's kind of a strange pattern as we go into the next few days. As we mentioned here, you look ahead and you look at this NAO and well, where's this going? And here's how it looks. I mean, it is going to do this. Got to click on the website there. What it's going to do is the 14-day track, because we get another bump to cold air, and again, that's why I think everything stays to the south, and then it starts to get a little closer to the even. I think in this period, which is about the 9th to the 16th, is that better shot of snow at this point, because this NAO has just blocked everything back from Greenland, as we were showing you, in Nova Scotia in those spots. So that's why I think right here we wait, and then we get into, it's going to be cold, but we wait in here to get the possibility of snow. Hey, here are some of the changes to the website. Live chat's been going on. We got that fixed. We're going to be invisible a lot of times, at least the monitor's watching stuff, and we can also find other things. So, just keep it pretty calm in there, and, use your best judgment. Remember, kids do come into the site. We appreciate you using just weather talk and stuff like that. It gets a little banter going. We don't mind, but, again, just common sense. Mid-December here, Blog Talk Radio. It's like a radio station that will actually be on the air on the website, and you can call in, and we're going to have guests from various locations and different entities as far as professionalism, or professionals, I can't talk today, and so forth. So we'll also look for us on the radio more, and the newspaper. I'm going to have a full media extension coming out in the next 30 days. The hot box, the membership page, this is all part of the membership. The hot zone, there's going to be more weather, more models, more radar, more satellites on the site. Part 1 of the model page, as we switch over to the actual model page itself, this will be more links, online contest, winter seminar, and the 25,000 blogs. We're coming up to that, 25,000 blogs, and we're going to have an award for that. So join now and save. $24.95 gets you gold all the next year. It's about 6 cents a day. This is part of a donation, and the $24.95 gets you also a T-shirt, $30 to $99 in the red. That's a lifetime membership gold trophy, and that helps us build the site. Go to the homepage, click on the right. If you're going to do the $24.95 membership, donate is anything above that. And that's it for now. I know this is a long one, but a lot of information to talk about. Have a good afternoon, have a good evening, and try to send some pictures from Syracuse this weekend. Take care.